Welcome everyone! Today we're going to tear apart a manhwa where just chapter 1 alone is already comedy gold. That series is The Strongest Son-in-Law in History. But hold on, this is not the version you're thinking of. This is an ultra-comedy, max-level parody version. The story begins when our main character, Shen Lang, suddenly wakes up. What's the very first thing he realizes? He's been transmigrated. And not just that, he also gets a bonus package, a ridiculously handsome new body, straight out of the legendary male lead template. He thinks to himself, good heavens, is this really me? Skin white like a peeled egg, lips red like lipstick, a tall, sharp nose, sword-like eyebrows. Where did my useless body from my previous life go? All right, now that he's handsome, what's next? Shen Lang starts racking his brain about the future. Two paths are laid before him. First option, train in martial arts, build a career, rise step by step to dominate the world, become an unrivaled hero. Second option, find a rich and beautiful wife, live peacefully as a kept son-in-law, and enjoy life to the fullest. After some deep historical thinking, Shen Lang makes a legendary decision. In his mind, he answers himself, obviously, find a wife, become a professional kept husband. This, my friends, is the pinnacle of correct life choices. But life is never just a dream. Sometimes it even comes with extra bonuses beyond the dream. Just as Shen Lang is indulging in fantasies of being financially supported, 5 beautiful women suddenly appear, each with a completely different style, gentle, seductive, strong, and charismatic, and together they all call out, Shen Lang. Shen Lang instantly breaks into a cold sweat. His expression turns to pure panic, his face drained of all color. He thinks, what in the hell is this? 5 of them? Didn't I only want 1? Is this a blessing or a catastrophe? And this is where our story truly begins. Shen Lang jolts awake, his eyes wide open, unable to believe what he's seeing is real. He looks around the room, which is decorated exactly like something straight out of a historical drama. Shen Lang thinks to himself, where is this place? Didn't I already explode into ashes? Wait, this room, this layout, these clothes. Don't tell me I've transmigrated. He gets up and walks around, stopping in front of the mirror in the room. Looking at his reflection, a smile slowly spreads across his lips. I can't believe my face has been restored. And it's so handsome, it's practically earth-shattering. Heaven really hasn't treated me badly. My wish to restore Shen Lang's face has finally come true. So that must mean I've also been arranged a life where I don't have to work, still have food and clothes, and can enjoy blessings while doing nothing. Suddenly, a sharp pain shoots through his head, forcing Shen Lang to clutch it with both hands. The memories of this body's original owner come flooding back, and he realizes that this is a place he's never known before. Xuanwu City, Nujiang County, a territory under the rule of a nation called U.S. State. He also learns that the original owner of this body was also named Shen Lang, a man with peerless good looks, but utterly rotten on the inside. He was a complete waste of space, lazy, useless, doing nothing all day. He studied for over 10 years, yet couldn't even recognize a few thousand characters, and was eventually kicked out of class by his teacher. In short, he had the looks, but absolutely no brains or abilities. Worse still, he had zero shame. The reason traces back to 2 years ago, when he met Miss Su, the young lady of the Su family, and became obsessively infatuated with her. At the time, Miss Su was suffering from a strange illness and needed to marry a husband to ward off bad luck. Shen Lang didn't care about the danger to his own life or the objections of his family, and willingly became a live-in son-in-law. Unexpectedly, after the wedding, Shu Tiantian, the Su family's young lady, truly recovered and even became breathtakingly beautiful. From that moment on, Shen Lang became an awkward existence in the household. Over time, even the servants of the Su family could casually curse and humiliate this son-in-law. Luckily, Miss Su was considered kind-hearted and ordered the servants not to repeat such behavior, allowing Shen Lang once again to live a life of fine food and nice clothes. Although since their marriage the two had never fulfilled their duties as husband and wife, to Shen Lang simply being able to see Shu Tiantian and hear her voice was already happiness enough. But half a month ago, Shen Lang suddenly fell gravely ill. Shu Tiantian sought out many renowned doctors, but none could do anything. Shen Lang grew weaker by the day, and it seemed that today was the day the old Shen Lang finally died. And that was how the current Shen Lang took over this body. After absorbing all the memories of his new body, Shen Lang couldn't help but laugh out loud. Ha! Even though I'm a son-in-law with a title but no real power, I'm still a rich family son-in-law at the end of the day. Looks like I won't be able to avoid a leisurely life after all. Heaven really hasn't treated me badly. Suddenly, voices drift in from outside the room. Is that Shen Lang dead yet? He's probably been dead for a long time, and he still wanted to be our family son-in-law? He should have looked at what he really is. Did he really take the disaster for the young lady? I think I saw the steward add something to his medicine last time. Don't talk nonsense. Would the Su family really harm a fool like him? Go check if he stopped breathing. Two servants push open the door, smug smiles on their faces. Suddenly, they freeze in place, eyes wide open in shock as they see Shen Lang, a completely healthy Shen Lang. The two servants scream, "Ah! Shen Lang! Young Master Shen is alive!" Then they bolt away. Shen Lang stands there in a daze, thinking, wait, did they just say poisoning? That wasn't in the memories. Crap, it seems heaven might not be treating me that well after all. Being the Su family son-in-law doesn't sound like a good thing anymore. What do I do now? Cold sweat begins to appear on Shen Lang's face. Wait, it feels like there's something else still in my brain. He closes his eyes. In front of him appears a different space, and within it, a computer. This is the computer I brought to Africa, and all the files are still stored inside. Wait, not just that, my eyes feel different too. Circles resembling X-ray scans appear in Shen Lang's vision. I can see through things. No, this looks like X-ray imaging. Do my eyes have the same function as an X-ray machine now? How is that possible? Could it be that the explosion caused both the computer and the X-ray machine to transmigrate with me? If both of them are inside my body now, could I combine them? Shen Lang looks at the objects in the room. Next to each item, information appears. Material, age, weight. Shen Lang exclaims excitedly, "This is interesting." At that moment, two people walk in from outside. One of them says, "Shen Lang, I heard you can stand up now. I'm so happy." Shen Lang's attention, however, is instantly drawn to something else. A pair of peaches with floating data beside them, 36D. This is Shu Tiantian, Shen Lang's wife. Shu Tiantian says, "I was so worried these past few days." Then she turns to the man beside her. "Dr. Li, please check on him." The man responds, "Yes." After taking Shen Lang's pulse, Dr. Li can't hide his surprise. He looks at Shu Tiantian and says, "Young Master Shen is in excellent health. There's nothing to worry about, at all." Shu Tiantian's face fills with anger and disappointment. How could this be? Just a few days ago, he was clearly about to... She quickly regains her composure and forces a grateful expression. What good news? I really thought... But none of this escapes Shen Lang's notice. Shu Tiantian then turns to Dr. Li. "Dr. Li, I have something to discuss with my husband. Please step outside for now." Dr. Li replies, "Very well." He leaves and closes the door behind him. Shu Tiantian puts on a caring expression. "Shen Lang, you've truly recovered. I'm so happy. They say the fortunate are always blessed by heaven." Shen Lang answers softly, But inwardly he thinks, this Shu Tiantian is nothing like the memories left by the original owner. She's clearly a green tea schemer. Those memories were beautified. Was she the one who poisoned me? Now that she's alone with me, is she trying to silence me for good? Shu Tiantian continues, "These past few days, your parents have been extremely worried about you. They've come to our house many times, wanting to take you back. Your mother even knelt before me, begging me to return her to you. Such pitiful parental love, truly moving." Inside, Shen Lang sneers. So that's it. She wants to kick me out. But I'm an idiot. How could I possibly understand these hints? Shen Lang thought, putting on a clueless expression as he muttered, Shu Tiantian looked at Shen Lang with a baffled expression and thought, this Shen Lang really is a fool. He can't even understand human language. What am I supposed to do? Suddenly, someone kicked the door open and barged into the room, shouting loudly, "This guy's brain dead. Why talk in circles? How could he ever understand?" It was Jiang Jin, 24 years old, the son of Magistrate Jiang Chong. The moment Jiang Jin saw Shu Tiantian, he walked up and affectionately kissed her on the cheek. Shu Tiantian did not dodge at all, acting as if it were completely natural. With one arm around Shu Tiantian and the other pointing at Shen Lang, Jiang Jin declared arrogantly, "From now on, Shu Tiantian is my fiancé. You fool have enjoyed this title long enough. Now hurry up and crawl back to your doghouse." Shen Lang thought, "So I'm being dumped?" Back then, Shu Tiantian was gravely ill, and they needed someone for a lucky marriage ritual. Only an idiot like Shen Lang would agree to become a live-in son-in-law. Now that she's fine, they want to throw me away. Shu Tiantian sat down beside Shen Lang and said softly, "Shen Lang, I'm sorry. You're very kind, but we're not suitable for each other." Shen Lang thought bitterly, "Damn it, even now she's labeling me as a good guy. But there's no way I can stay here anymore. Forget it, they're just a merchant family anyway, and I haven't even achieved my dream of freeloading yet. Besides, I'm holding the ultimate cheat code. Outside, there are far more opportunities for me." After making up his mind, Shen Lang looked at the two of them and said, "Fine, I'll go home." Hearing that, Shu Tiantian and Jiang Jin immediately left. As Jiang Jin walked away, he threatened coldly, "Within half an hour, get out of the Shu family manor or suffer the consequences." After they left, Shen Lang sprang up and rushed to the mirror. Staring at his reflection, he thought, "Shu Tiantian, you dare call me useless? Just wait until I don't even consider your Shu family worth anything. With this handsome face of mine, only a true noble heiress is worthy of being my next freeloading target." While he was thinking, he suddenly overheard Jiang Jin and Shu Tiantian talking outside. Jiang Jin said, "We must hurry. The Zhu clan is going to Count Swan Wu's estate to propose a marriage alliance. Their status is far too high. If they marry first, our wedding won't look grand anymore." Shu Tiantian asked, "Jin Mulan of Count Swan Wu's estate?" Jiang Jin replied, "Exactly. Jin Mulan can practically be called the princess of Swanwu City. Have you met her? Is she really as beautiful and powerful as the rumors say?" Shu Tiantian replied, "That princess is extremely arrogant. She never attends gatherings like ours." Jiang Jin said, "Her family has been noble for hundreds of years. Of course she's proud. The marriage proposal is still a secret. Don't tell anyone." Shu Tiantian answered, "I understand." Hearing this, Shen Lang pondered for a moment before making a decision. That's right. Within several hundred miles, Jin Mulan is the only unmarried girl with true power and influence. It's her. She will be my next target. As for the Shu family, just wait for me. Soon after, Shen Lang was thrown out of the Shu family gates, landing face first on the ground. Inside the gates, a servant announced loudly, "Shen Lang, you insolent wretch, you poor bastard married into the Shu family, and the Shu family has treated you well enough, yet you show no gratitude. Not only have you repeatedly stolen money from the manor, but you have also behaved improperly toward the maids. By rights, you should be beaten to death, but Master Shu spares your dog life. The engagement between Miss Shu and Shen Lang is hereby annulled. Get out immediately." Shen Lang rubbed the pain on his face and thought, "As expected, they're pouring dirty water all over me, so the eldest miss can marry someone else with dignity. Luckily, my face is still intact. If it got ruined, I'd be finished." Walking away, Shen Lang shivered and thought, "It's cold. I should return to the home in my memories first." From afar, someone inside the Shu estate watched him leave. The man asked the servant, "Is everything arranged?" The servant clasped his hands respectfully. "Yes, everything is done." Shu Tiantian looked at the man and said, "Father, wasn't today a bit too obvious? What if it damages my reputation?" The man replied, "There was no choice. Only this way would young Master Jiang Jin be satisfied. He is the best son-in-law I can rely on." This was Juicy Young, head of the Shu family. Shu Tiantian answered softly, "Yes." Night finally fell. Shen Lang walked down the road toward the home in his memories, thinking, "A little further and I should be there." But suddenly, 4 tall, fierce-looking men holding sabers blocked his path. "Young Master Shen," they said grimly, "come with us." Shen Lang glanced around and thought, "I knew it. They weren't going to let me go so easily. Shen Lang disappearing would be the best outcome for them." He was immediately seized, bound hand and foot, blindfolded, and even gagged. They dragged him deep into the forest. When the cloth was removed from his eyes, he heard someone say, "Boss, the pit has been dug. Do it." In front of Shen Lang was a deep hole, and 5 men stood nearby. Shen Lang's heart sank. What? Are they going to bury me alive? How vicious! A thug with 2 long scars crossing his face stood up and sneered. "Please, young Master Shen, step into the pit. After this, remember to burn some incense for yourself, so you won't leave too miserably." Shen Lang wanted to scream, but couldn't. "This is burying me alive. Miserable or not, I'm dead either way." Then, suddenly, Shen Lang realized, wait, this man, he's in the previous owner's memories. I remember now. He's Tian Heng, leader of the Black Robe Gang, notorious within 100 miles, cruel and ruthless. Countless people have died by his hands. With his X-ray vision, Shen Lang saw something inside Tian Heng, a needle. Tian Heng said coldly, "Young Master Shen, forgive the offense. I, Tian Heng, am only collecting a debt." Noticing Shen Lang staring at him, Tian Heng stepped closer, removed the gag, and asked, "What are you looking at?" Shen Lang replied, "There's a needle in your body. If it isn't removed, it will be fatal. It's currently lodged near your pulmonary artery, moving with the bloodstream. Once it reaches your brain, you will certainly die." Tian Heng's subordinates stared at each other, completely confused. Tian Heng was shocked. "Not even my wife knows this. How does this brat know it?" He patted Shen Lang's shoulder. "They all say you're an idiot. You don't seem like one at all." Shen Lang answered calmly, "I can remove it for you." Tian Heng narrowed his eyes. "And your condition is that I spare your life, right? Don't you want to know who ordered me to kill you?" Shen Lang said, "No need to ask. I already know." Tian Heng nodded, seeming to like the answer, but his face remained icy. "Sorry, I cannot spare you." Shen Lang broke into cold sweat. Strange, doesn't he want to live? Tian Heng continued, 3 months ago, your younger brother borrowed 5 gold coins from my shop to hire a doctor for your father. Interest piled on interest, now it's 100 gold coins. Since your family can't repay it, we bury you alive. It has nothing to do with anyone else. Understand? Shen Lang suddenly remembered. So, father must have been injured back then when the Shu family servants threw him out. The previous Shen Lang was truly hopeless, obsessed with Shu Tiantian, not even caring about his parents. If I want to survive, I need another way. Tian Heng added, to make things perfectly clear, we'll also go tear down your house and deal with your brother and parents as well. Shen Lang froze. Images of his family eating together flashed in his mind. His gaze sharpened. My brother, my parents, you won't spare them either? Tian Heng said, we have no personal grudge. I'll let you die comfortably. Kill first, bury after. Do it. A subordinate gripped his saber tightly. Yes. He raised the blade high, sneering. Sorry. The blade came crashing down toward Shen Lang's neck. Just as it was about to strike, Shen Lang shouted, 10 times, 1,000 gold coins. The blade halted instantly. The thug stared back at Tian Heng in pure disbelief. Shen Lang declared again, loudly and clearly, within 10 days I will pay you 1,000 gold coins.